Greetings one and all, how's everyone doing? I hope very well. I'm just at the park today. I've actually shot many a video here. It's been a while though, I just thought I'd come out, a little change of scenery. I'm also sitting under a, well, you can probably see the leg right here, the covered picnic area. It's been very wet. I didn't get out last weekend because it was just brutally cold for my state and for me, because I admit I'm a wimp when it comes to the cold. I don't like being cold. It just, hell, I mean, I could be sitting at home and with the fireplace going and I'll be sitting there and I'll start shivering. So yeah, total wuss. I admit it, and I own it too. So let's go over this kit. I'm gonna go over this a little bit. I've added a few things, but I wanted to kind of explain why I went with some choices. And I also encourage anybody watching, if you want to comment and disagree with me, I'd be more than happy to chat it out with you. We can talk, discuss. You might have some ideas and some insights that I don't have, so I always value that input. But I do build this kit based on my state of Washington, so it's very wet here. Right now it's quite cold. I'm just actually sitting next to a playground. There's a bunch of ice, visible ice, so it's very chilly. So it's very foggy today too, but I built this kit around wet and moist areas, so that's why I make sure I have ground cover. Also yeah, the rain poncho as well. So let's pop into it. Alrighty, so the pack is the Kelty Red Wing 50. I could easily switch packs if I wanted to. It looks a little dark on the screen to me, but hopefully it won't be so bad. I've added a tourniquet, if I can get it out. So I've added a tourniquet, but you probably can't see that. Let's see. Okay, so I'm thinking the gray picnic table will show more definition. So tourniquet. You know what I don't have in here? I need to get a write in a rain notepad, which I have, and a pen so I could write the time down. I heard you need to write down the time when you apply this. So tourniquet. I still got the same compass, no change there. I went and bought some bandanas. Actually, these are literally, I bought these today. They still have the tags on them. $10 for 2 bandanas. Ridiculous. Fortunately, they were buy one, get the second, half off. So after tax, 16 bucks. I get a red one, a blue one, a white one, a black one. So we've got bandanas now. Okay, so I still have my tea bag with coffees. But what I went and did is I went and got some Nescafe 3-in-1 coffees, strong, because I commented it's, you know, I love my drip coffee filter. You know, these are just a lot more convenient. I could just hot water and I can just put it in a cup and stir and I'm good to go. So I got new tea bags. I'll probably switch out some of the coffees in here for that. So under calories, I showed a Mountain House meal, but you know, you could really go with a Knorr meal or and some tuna. Go lighter, cheaper, maybe better. You just gotta cook it versus dehydrating it. But you know, and also, you know, there's hunting, there's fishing, foraging. You can bring your own dehydrated meals from home if you've got the setup for it, either dehydrator. I've seen some guys actually have their own freeze dryer, so they do freeze dried meals. I just had this on hand, threw it in there. You know, hell, I've had it since 2018, so I've had it for a while. I got it for Christmas 2018. So it shows how often I eat these meals. But it's so good. I mean, I just threw it in there because I had it, but you could go Knorr meal, North side, you can go really any kind of meal you want. But like I said, you can hunt, forage, fish. You have lots of options. I forgot trapping too. So I would put all that under calories. So okay, so under containers, I included the GSI boiler 1.1 liter pot. I'm trying to remember what it was called. and then I showed a Nalgene, and then I had the cup. Now my line of thinking was, let me roll you down here so you can see the gear. I figured I could be boiling water, and then pour some water into here, either for a hot beverage or whatnot. And I could get this back on the boil so I could be drinking while I'm running the water. I could just, you know, and if I'm got a full cup of beverage and I've got a container, I can just pour it in here and then keep going. Now Expeditionary Johnny, great guy, shout out to you, brother, asked me why I didn't have stainless steel water bottles. And you know, I could easily switch this with one of these, easy. I mean, these kits aren't really set in stone. I could easily have gone with one of these, or just even this one. I haven't had this one in the fire yet, but you know, it's still bottled. Both these have water in them, by the way. So I could easily switch out. I mean, I don't necessarily have to bring this, but you know, I like plastic Nalgene, but I also had a way to boil too. So you know, it's not like I had, you know, no way to boil anything. I could probably even boil in this while I've never done it. And maybe the cup isn't necessarily needed, but as I pointed out, you know, I could be busy drinking while I'm still continuing either cooking a meal in this, like if I'm doing a Knorr meal, you know, Knorr meal takes 20 minutes. So, you know, so I could be cooking in here while I'm, you know, sitting here hydrating, either from here or from here. You know, and the weight of these little cups really isn't that much, so I figured I could always swap with one of these. And actually, I've had this guy in the boil. I did a whole weekend. It was called the Boiling Water Experiment, where I was out for an overnighter, and I brought this with me. And I started off with just this full of water. When I drank it all, I ended up putting this in the fire, and I boiled it. And then I kept boiling it and then moving it over to a plastic Nalgene bag to cool once it was cool enough. But this bottle by itself is 3 pounds, bottle and water, because it's a 38-ounce guyet. Back when you can still buy these, I actually got this at Cabela's. You know, if I'd known they were going to be out of sale or out of business, I would have bought, you know, everything they had. I think they had like 4, and I got one of them, but I should have bought all of them. But I still have it, you know. I've had it for a long time, like before YouTube, and I'm going on 9 years. Next month, actually, February, would mean 9 years. And I just found this at work. It's a clean canteen. You know, it's got a bunch of dings and bumps in the bottle. Doesn't affect the bottle's performance, and it still holds water. So, you know, and I almost forgot, I can also filter. And in this bag, you know, I've got the filter in a side pouch here. But down inside this bag, you know, I got the back flush in here. Not, maybe I wouldn't necessarily need it, but you know, it weighs so little. But I've also got an additional bag for holding water once I'm filtered. And then I've also got the squeeze bottle. This is dirty for collecting. So I got the collecting bottle, and I've got the holding bottle once I've filtered. So yeah, I can just filter and then hold the water. I can grab water from a water source if I'm still on the move, put it in my bag, because you know, it's a sealed container, take it with me, and then you know, either filter it like when I get to my base camp, or just filter it on the spot. So that was kind of what I was thinking. So I had multiple ways of carrying water and getting water. And you know, in Washington we have rivers and all over the place, streams all over the place. So you know, I have no shortage of water sources in the state. You know, I mean, if I lived in Arizona or a hotter state like that, you know, I'd have to ask John Campbell, because he, you know, the Arizona bushman, he'll know more about deserts than I ever will. So shout out to you, brother. He's actually been uploading videos again, so I don't know if you want to go check him out, but John is just good, a good dude. So I'm looking at the time, that's 5 minutes I spent on containers and water. And I actually consider this to be a luxury item because I don't like drinking boiled water. But I might end it here as part 1 and then do part 2 coming up. So yeah, let's do that. So thanks for watching. Stay tuned for part 2.